Alrighty, how are we? Welcome back. It's Rowan Maxim. It's been precisely, I don't know, probably 2 minutes since I just finished making that last video saying how awesome it is to be here and that. Now we just zoomed and got here. So I went to Marlborough, I got fuel. Marlborough to here would only be like 120 kilometers. Anyway, some reason it would appear we are out of fuel, or the fuel pump is completely dead, one of the two. So you can see here, I'll show you where we are in just a second, but you can see here we're getting no fuel pressure at all there. So I just checked some fuses and I found some fuses busted, but it was for the rear light bar and stuff, so that didn't actually fix me, which would be nice if it fixed me, because I'll show you where we are. Yes, that's right, we're on the beach now. It's again not going to be able to see that good with this camera and not night vision. However, oh man, we might be okay. Like, it's pretty dry up here. It kind of looks like this is above the tide line, right? Kind of looks like it's dry unless we have some kind of king tides up here. At least yesterday it looks like this is the tide line right here where there's the wet sand. Well, where's the GFX? We're like right here. So yeah, it's midnight, desolated, isolated, out here by yourself in the bush. I was gonna bring my friggin' jerry can with fuel, and I thought, nah, stinks like fuel in the car whole way, not gonna need it. It's only 220 kilometers each way from Rockhampton, and I went to Marlborough and got fuel, which is friggin' really close. However, I wound that pressure up on that friggin' fuel pressure regulator and did get here at a rate of knots, so I guess we've chewed friggin' all the fuel. Fuck. So my options are kind of leave it here until the tide comes in and friggin' pray that it doesn't get up here. So that's not a great option. I honestly think we'll be fine, but that's not a great option. Option two is, I guess, pull the fuel pump out and try and make a straw for the bottom of it, take that little filter bag off and take it out of the little thing that it sits in. It's just under there, which strip out the car, get into there, make a straw and try and pick up from lower in the tank, which I reckon we're going to do. Doesn't help that your tank's caved in either, so we've got reduced capacity anyway. Option three is basically get walking. Get walking, although there's no point walking because the shop that is here is about probably 3-4k from here, maybe not too far. It's just sort of over the hills, but it's a fair way. You got to go through the bush. But they're not going to be open until the daytime, and that's when the tide will be up anyhow. So the other option is to just put it in reverse and drive it on the battery back up the beach as much as possible. And the negatives with that, of course, is once you run out of starting battery, doesn't matter how much fuel you've got. I only got the single battery in here at the minute, so it is a beast, the Optima. I think it's a D34 blue top. Highly recommend the blue tops, do love them, but you know, driving it up four-wheel drive in soft sand will drain it to a degree, and then even if you put the pump down lower you get some fuel. And I've got a flat battery, so you know, I just come down to get some firewood. And I was going alright too, already got a couple of bits in my basket. I got this gigantic cuttlefish. Look at that big sucker, big as your head it is. And now we're stuck at the friggin' beach in the middle of the night with nobody for miles. Hey Rossi, and Rossi's not even Rosie, you can't ring her out for Patty. Need some petrol, Rosie, go get it. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Let's, I reckon we chuck him in reverse and drive it up the beach on the starter motor, at least for a friggin' little bit. Never a great option. We'll put the interior lights on so you can see how that's going. Look out, Rosie. Go the Optima. We're in low range reverse, so it's not too bad, but yeah, we'll pull up there. Still got, how many volts? We've got 12. So try and save the battery as much as possible. Don't buy Chinese gauges for your friggin' fuel gauge, god damn it. The other day, oh, this is a sad story. It has a terribly sad ending, that's for sure. Not for me, but I was driving back from Mum's down at Bribey Island. I was around Gympie, and the fuel gauge, I had, I think, maybe 20 minutes to get to Gympie, and I still had 16% of fuel on the gauge there. And then ba-burr, ba-burr, no warning. I was just sailing, thinking, oh my god, this car runs so good. It's passing trucks, and then ba-burr, out of fuel. So I pulled up. And yeah, the story gets heavy here real quick. On the other side of the highway, it was concrete wall in the middle, 2 lanes north, 2 lanes south. I was north. A lady was over at the south side there. Had a white Subaru. I didn't really notice what sort of car it was. Had the bonnet up, headlights on, and it seemed to be running. She seemed to be on the phone. I was gonna go see if she needed help, but I was gonna firstly make sure that my car was operational, so I was dicking around with the fuel pump like I'm about to do here, and it's tied Rossi up so she didn't get on the road, and wasn't really paying attention to what's happening over that other side of the road. And then I heard some truck sort of on the brakes, real heavy, and then I heard a massive thump, and then this truck pulled right up, and I turned around and went, what's going on over here? Is there some debris on the road? Like, is there, I don't know, it was a strange noise. He's hit something real solid, and I go over there. The truck driver, he jumps out, and he's yelling into the darkness, hello, are you there? And he's not really getting any response on that, so I go over there, and yeah, sure enough, that lady that was just over there talking on the phone somehow was on the road or something, and the truck come around and just smashed her, man. She was dead as instantly like that. And so yeah, that was pretty heavy. I had to call the you know, emergency and that, tell them, like, they're like, where are you? Fuck, I really don't know, man, exactly. So I had to pull up Google Maps and that, in the middle of nowhere. It said it was 20 minutes south of Gympie, and yeah, that was pretty much all that happened there. Like, yeah, she got hit by a truck, man, and killed right there. Well, I was the last person to see her alive, pretty much. I don't know nothing more about it. Don't know her name or anything, or why she was on the road, or it was pretty wild. So yeah, I took the week off of work, and that's somewhat why I came up here to Stanage Bay. I'm going to try and chillax. Nothing more relaxing than getting stuck on the beach by yourself. Alright, so before I chew out my phone stuff, batteries and that, I'm going to get some firewood. We've got a little bit of time. Tide's looks to be almost all of the way out, but and I don't want to be here when the tide comes in, that's for sure. So we'll try sort something out. Yeah, we are getting no fuel, I'll pull that fuel pump out and make sure that it's working. Kind of seems like it's just not working anymore. There's a brand new fuel pump about 1 week ago. I got a 340 litres per minute Aero Motive, I think it was. Aero Pro, what do they call them? Whichever one it is. Aero Pro. Aero Motive. You know the one. So it should be decent. It was about 130 bucks. Looks all decent. It's been working amazingly good up until now. And my gauge is showing that I have 20%. Well, last time it ran out when I had 16, and this is what I was looking at. I still had 24% just before. I was up this mountain over here. It was going good. I think we have a fuel pump issue more than a lack of petroleum. So hopefully my fuel pump isn't burned out, because I'm a fair way from home. There is no phone service at Stanage Bay that I'm aware of, so yay. Shit. Righto crew, see yous when we're looking at yous. We'll let you know the outcome. The GFX ends up being a shipwreck or not. Please no. It's an awesome car.